Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Twisile. I am a quality project manager who's working here in Frankfurt, Germany. I want to help you awaken to opportunities here in Germany and enable you to unleash your potential. So without much further ado, I'd like to talk about what's in today's video. In today's video, I'd like to talk about the things that you should consider before moving to Germany. So this is very important. So please take your time to just listen to each point, think about it, and see if it's something that would prevent you from moving to Germany, or if it's something that actually encourages you to move to Germany. But before I go into the video, again, a few things to point out. Again, this is general information. So please use this as a launching pad, as a starting point. Do your own research. I often provide links in my description box. I often provide links throughout my videos as well. Do your own research. However, if you do need more help and assistance, I do provide one-on-one coaching. So please follow the link in the description as well. And thirdly, there are no paid promotions or collaborations. The only payment I get is from the joy of sharing this information with you. So without much further ado, let's look into the things that you should consider before coming to Germany. Number one, getting to Germany is the first step. I think a lot of times we think that just because we've arrived somewhere, then we're done. But arriving is just the start of your journey. There is so much still to be done. Getting the visa, arriving in the country is not the end. You have to go through a lot of processes, a lot of approvals to really be able to stay here. So be careful to not think that, I'm here, bye. The second reason, in connection to the first point, Germany is not paradise. The streets are not lined with gold. Money does not go on trees. It's not soft life, oh. It's not soft life. You need to come with motivation, with determination. You need to come with curiosity. People are not just going to help you anyhow. You need to be curious. You need to know your reason why you're here and stick to it. And you need to just be curious. Like, if you think that people are just going to be handing you jobs and stuff like that, sorry, like, you really need to put in your effort. You need to come with all that energy and all that juice to be able to settle here. It's not for the light-hearted, honestly. Europe is not for the light-hearted. It is a struggle. There are lots of opportunities, but it is a struggle. So I'm just going to be honest with you. The third thing I would like you to also keep in mind is bureaucracy. Germany is very bureaucratic. There's a process for everything and a law for everything. You need a license for everything. Like, honestly, I've never known a country that is so detailed in its procedures, which can be really annoying. So just be aware of that. There's really a lot of bureaucracy. You'll get a letter for the national radio and all these things. So just be conscious of that you need to be aware that there's really a process for everything. You just can't move from one place to another anyhow. It's not like that here. Be careful of that. The fourth thing is learn German. If you're only going to learn German to get into Germany and after that you're like, hey, I'm here, good luck. You need German for so many things. The contract that you'll be getting, the insurance letters, the letters from immigration, everything is in German. It's the official language. So learn German, speak German, dive into the language. You need that. If you're not going to do that, you will not survive. Germany is not as digitalized as you would think. A lot of things come on paper. I was shocked. Like, when I got my first paycheck, it came in the mailbox and I was like, how much are you paying for this? You know, like, there's thousands of people who are employed at our company and they're sending these letters through the post. And I was just like, okay, weird. But you get a lot of things through the post, your immigration letters, your insurance letters. A lot of things are still not digitalized. And there's certain places where you can only pay cash. Like, they will not accept a card. They'll not accept any payments by card. You just need to have some cash around you. That's just the way life is like here. It's not easy to find accommodation in Germany, even for Germans. It's so complicated, especially if you're the one who's like, oh, me, I want to stay in big cities. Good luck, oh. It's complicated. It's so complicated to get some accommodation. It's like you're applying for a job, literally. They need your credit score. They need to see your contract. They need to see your nationality, your registration. It's crazy. It's difficult for Germans. So even more for people like us. So just be aware of that. Like, you're not just going to find accommodation, and accommodation is also quite expensive, especially in bigger cities like Frankfurt, Munich, Stuttgart. They're really, really expensive. So just be careful that you're also considering that in your salary and things like that as well. Germany is quite individualistic, so you have to pay attention to that. You won't make friends just like that on the streets. For myself, I became more connected through my baby, through our daughter. Before that, literally, I didn't know people. Like, you will not just make friends anyhow. You need to be more proactive and just more spontaneous if you want to make friends. It's not like back home where everyone just wants to hang out with you, so to say. You also have to be aware of the seasons. There's 4 different seasons. You have autumn, you have winter, you have spring and summer, and each one has its pros and cons, but it's not sunny throughout. So be aware of that. Like, it's reasonably sunny, but we have some really strong winters as well, especially if you're staying in certain areas. Like in Bavaria, there's quite a lot of snow and it can be quite cold. Just be aware of the different seasons and weathers as well. You will probably have additional costs for translating your documents if you do not translate them back home, and translation is expensive, and also recognition is expensive. So just be aware that it's not like all the documents that you have from back home, they'll just take them as they are. You might have to have them translated, you might have to have them certified, you might have to have them recognized. There's quite a long process for that as well. You also need to pay attention to the social norms. You need to practice them as well. There's certain things like being on time or being direct and honest. To be honest, let me be honest with this. If you're not going to mean what you say, you won't get along with Germans. They're quite direct. They take you by your word. So you need to mean what you say and say what you mean. If you say that I'll be there on Sunday, try to be there on Sunday. Like, be there. Or if you know that you won't be there, just say I can't be there and give a reason if you need to. But if you're going to be there this way, that way, going corners, they don't read emotions or expressions. You need to really say it with your mouth. You need to say it with your mouth. Like, you really need to be clear in your communication and direct. Not rude, but just clear and mean what you're saying as well. I cannot stress that enough. And the final thing that I'd like to point out, Germany is big. So location matters in relation to your salary, in relation to your future, in relation to racism, in relation to a lot of things. If you're staying in a village, you're going to experience things differently compared to a big city. Or if you're staying in Bavaria, you're going to experience things differently compared to Hessen. So for example, Bavaria is Catholic, so you have more public holidays, which means you also have more annual leave. But if you're staying in maybe Baden-Württemberg or Hessen, you won't have certain of these holidays. So location matters, so just pay attention to that. That really plays an important role in a lot of other ways. So I hope this has helped you. And please, if you do need one-on-one help, do not feel afraid to contact me. The link is in the description below. And if you're new here, do not forget to subscribe. If you're an OG, thanks for coming back, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.